Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Speaker, I rise tonight in strong opposition to H.R. 2156, so-called orderly and responsible Iraq redeployment appropriations of 2008, because in fact, Mr. Speaker, the bill should be called the Disorderly and Irresponsible Iraq Redeployment Appropriations Act. And let me be clear, Mr. Speaker, what we are debating tonight, disguised as a genuine bridge fund to sustain operations of the global war on terror, it's nothing more than another defeatist measure intended to placate the Democrats' liberal base as we approach this Thanksgiving recess. The Democratic leadership apparently has decided it's more important to stand with Out of Iraq Caucus, MoveOn.org, Code Pink, than with our brave men and women in uniform. Rather than funding our soldiers' needs and delivering a decisive blow to the terrorist campaign in Iraq, the Democrats are again conditioning the funding on a date certain for withdrawal. At a time of sustained progress by our forces, Mr. Speaker, it seems that what is great news for America and for our troops is consequently bad political news for a Democratic majority who has literally bet the farm on a defeatist agenda. Just last weekend, Prime Minister Maliki stated that violence between Sunnis and Shias has nearly disappeared from Iraq. It disappeared from Baghdad, with terrorist bombings down 77%. The Washington Post reported that attacks against United States soldiers have fallen to levels not seen since February 2006 bombing of the Shia shrine in Samarra. And an Investor's Business Daily article detailed that military analysts, including many who are opposed to the war, have concluded that the United States and its allies are on the verge of winning in Iraq. And thankfully, United States casualties in Iraq are at their lowest level since March of 2006, Mr. Speaker. Now is not the time to risk impeding the progress we are making. Now is the time to continue building on the turnaround we have made and to state unequivocally that we are on the verge of victory in Iraq and that we will finish the job. Mr. Speaker, into the terrorist extremist views and a sinister plans for the Middle East and the world. And we certainly should not send a message to the terrorists that such a capitulation will begin in 30 days and will wrap up by December of 2008. Mr. Speaker, I urge my colleagues, vote no on tying funds for our troops to a date certain withdrawal from Iraq. I urge all my colleagues, vote no on this dangerous bill. And I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.